Tell us a little bit about how, what you've done with the building. How have you made it? How have you Googled it?
Well, so an interesting challenge was, so we've gone from kind of the sublime to the ridiculous, you know, from 29,000 foot floor plates to 200,000 square foot floor plates, or as I like to say, 5 acres. You know, it's always good to talk about Manhattan real estate in terms of acres. Yeah, I come from New Zealand, and you know the classic. You know, in New Zealand, I can say we get about 160 engineers to the acre.
There you go. Compared to sheep.
Sheep, right? Exactly. Which are about 5.
Just checking your reference.
Yeah, exactly. So the ridiculous, enormous, floor plate. One thing we didn't want to do, I don't know if you've ever seen that photo of a hangar full of Boeing engineers at desks, everybody in kind of rows, working away studiously. We didn't want people to feel like they were in this massive space. So, and we also wanted to make it sort of quote-unquote googly, which in this case sort of means a little bit playful and not overwhelmingly fancy, but kind of fun and interesting. So we sort of built out the layout in little neighborhoods. We also noticed that the aspect ratio of the building, it's kind of long and thin, is a little bit like Manhattan if you turn it on.
Turn perpendicular.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's a kind of a Rem Koolhaas idea in Delirious New York that Rockefeller Center block of the RCA building is really Manhattan turned sideways. Same thing, 200 by 800 feet.
Yeah, right, there you go. So we, for example, named all the office all the meeting rooms after places in Manhattan. So if you know your way around Manhattan, and you know that this end is the south end, that end is the north end, you kind of know how to find your way around. And then we sort of carved out neighborhoods so that we have sort of a 2/3 cubes and 1/3 offices. So the offices kind of acted as little barriers between neighborhoods. So you could feel like you're in a sort of locality rather than being in the sort of morass of this place. And then we just had a lot of fun with the constraints of the building. So, the loading docks, one became a big auditorium, and the other one, so imagine the loading dock's probably about the size of this room, with that one, around the edges, something about this height or a little higher. So one end is an auditorium, and the other end is a game room. So we have 2 table tennis tables and 2 foosball tables, and the classic Silicon Valley stuff, but it kind of works pretty well in the loading dock.